Also the same, Manchester United is not a club that you're going to just talk about like that because they are the pride of England. Whether you believe it or yes, Manchester United has been there.
Indeed.
And
Indeed.
that's the truth about it. No matter they are wobbling, last season they won the cup, and that's still the beauty about it. Well, out from there, let's go straight into some of the highlights of news we have for you this beautiful Tuesday morning. Why I didn't succeed as a Super Eagles coach. These are words that is coming from the former Super Eagles coach, the last Super Eagles coach, who the person of George Finidi, who is now the head coach of the Rivers United. He was talking, saying why I didn't succeed as Super Eagles coach. That some of the players didn't come back when they ought to come back, and because they were on vacation, and when they came back, so many of them were not in their right form, and that really hampered his preparation against when we were playing for the qualifiers. Diana, do you think that that is enough reason for Finidi George not to succeed? That some of the players came back with injuries and with some of they weren't in the right form.
To be honest, even as an excuse, it's not good enough. It's not even supposed to be something you should, like, there had to be, isn't there something else he had to say? Because honestly, that's not what I would give. It's like saying, I didn't submit my assignment because I didn't come to school. But you had the attendance and everyone saw you there.
Okay.
So, to be honest, it's not it. He can own up and say, I feel I did not do good enough.
Yeah.
I didn't put enough
effort.
It's always good when you try to show that you know you did something wrong or you messed up in a way and you're trying to rectify it. But coming out to say things like people did not come back, I don't understand. The squad was complete for every qualifier. So how did it affect them?
And again, he was talking about being in charge, and the NFF went at his back to look for a substantive coach that would take over from him. That as well affected him.
Well, taking over from you is one thing, but while you were there, we didn't really see much. We didn't see anything. To be honest, we did not. So
as if he was not in charge of the dressing room.
Even when you see him speak post-match, pre-match, something is wrong. It's like he doesn't have that presence of authority. It's like he's just a commoner. He looks as if sometimes he just came to check out the players and take pictures and leave. I feel as a coach, there are other things you should do. You should have that authority all around you. When you say things, it should be like that. Now, for example, I know there are coaches that no matter what he says on air or says to the media, I don't think Osimhen would have done that to everybody. There are certain coaches you do not do that with. You'd rather call him on a one-on-one and say, why did you do this? Or even if you had to, you put out a statement. I feel he didn't have that presence of authority. He didn't have that kind of...
as if he didn't take charge.
That command wasn't there.
Yes.
So, to be honest, he was never the right man for the job. I think he was overwhelmed.
Oh, he was overwhelmed by the job. Okay, we're still talking sports on ABS Sports Plus, and that's words coming from George Finidi. All right, away from there, let's go straight to the Flamingos' preparation for the Under-17 World Cup that is coming up in Dominica this October. And just today, they will be leaving for Dominica, where they will be having a long one-week training, the Under-17 team. And the Flamingo coach, Bankole Olowukere, has just released 21 names for the Under-17 World Cup coming up at the Dominican Republic, where Nigerian lads would be slugging it out with the host, Ecuador and New Zealand. They have a 21-man squad, and have the captain, Taiwo Afolabi, is there. Forward Chidi Harmony, who has scored 13 goals in all the qualifiers and the Under-17 Nations Cup. She's red hot. We have Peace Effiong, they're part of the team. And we have Farida, Shakirat Moshood, Ayomide Rotimi. First choice goalkeeper is there, Christiana Ozoma, Sylvia Echefu, and Elizabeth. These are the three keepers and some of the players that will be going out. Now, Flamingos going to Dominican Under-17 World Cup. Do you see them flying high, because we have this issue. We always dominate African setting, but when it comes to us to move to the next stage, at least to announce ourselves in the world, to the world, it becomes a problem. Do you see this under 17 team, coming back with a cup?
With the World Cup?
Yes.
I thought you were going to say something like get to the finals, first of all. I'm someone who likes to take baby steps before you take that giant leap. So, first of all, I want to know how prepared. Oh, you're naming the 21 player squad. Yes, no problem. What can they do? What have they done? I want to see a result, because even from the very first game, do you understand? So I feel that there's a lot that Olowokere can do.
Okay.
Now with these girls, he has actually done quite a lot. I'm not expecting them to do anything worse than they have before. I'm expecting a better result, and I know somehow they will get there. But I feel this is the time that we have to do even more.
Okay.
This is the time that you have to own up. Africa is going to this particular platform where we seem to be bigger than before. Everybody's trying to beat their last record. We talked about Morocco getting to the semi-finals in the men's side. We talked about the female side. Even talking about the Olympics, we didn't really do well in the Olympics, talking about the female side and the Super Falcons. In the under-20, we did go far, but eventually we had to bow out. And we did make our own statement. So I just want that edge over this. I want a difference.
Okay.
And I'm wishing them all the best, because when it comes to under-17, we don't really do that bad. We actually do good. We actually do good. It's just, let us beat what we've done before.
Okay. Let's beat what we've done before. Olowokere Bankole Olowokere, you're not new to the job, and we believe that you're going to surpass the records you've set, and let's see how it goes. And we wish the Flamingos a very successful outing there in Dominican Republic. All right, away from there, Rafael Onyedikachi have won the Club Brugge Player of the Month. Onyedikachi Rafael is a Super Eagles player that plays for FC Bruges in Belgium. And this guy has done well to win the Player of the Month via all he has done for the club in the month of September. 2 assistant national team coach through Jeeves over win. This is one of the funniest stories where the 2 new national assistant coaches of Remo Stars, Ogumodede and Ilechukwu, they are throwing jibes over themselves because of the Saturday league match that happened between Remo Stars and Rangers International Club, where Remo Stars defeated Rangers International Club 2-1. And Ilechukwu is very angry, saying that Ogumodede is too desperate, was very desperate to win the match. And I was like, who is not desperate?
Are you not supposed to be desperate?
Very desperate to win a match, and knowing fully well that you are his colleague, and he knows that you are tactically sound. He knows that the kind of trouble your players can cause him, and he doesn't want that. He wants to play, he wants to put up that superiority there, irrespective. Rangers International Club of Enugu is the champion of last season.
To be honest, I don't think there's anybody that is not desperate to win. In fact, that is when you're actually going to win or likely to win. There's this thing about a winning mindset. That's something you see in most top clubs, most top players. They don't come into the game saying, oh, it's another match to play. Let's know whether we can get another 3 points. No. Whether I win, I'm going to win it or not. You should enter the game saying, I'm going to win this game. If it doesn't eventually happen, at least you're not feeling more like a loser times 2.
You will fight gallantly.
When you watch Man City play, and currently Arsenal, they don't play like we just came to do the usual 3 points
to
thing.
entertain people.
No, they are playing like they want to win. That's how it is. When you see certain games, now you see some other smaller clubs adopt this method sometimes. That's why it's being consistently in that winning mentality it goes a long way. You get some players that will never tell you that they are not good enough. Let's talk about Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He's always saying things about himself. That is his own coping mechanism. That is the way he wins. So telling him he's desperate to win, I don't understand. That's a good thing, I guess.
Well, I think they're going to sort it out. Austin Eguavon is there because some of the players are calling to that both of them should be called to order so that it doesn't affect the side when they come into the qualifiers.
I trust that Ilechukwu knows one thing about. I know so far about Ilechukwu. I feel he knows how to comport himself. This might be league matters. Yeah. But he has gone too far. They should comport themselves when it comes to the national level. And secondly, these kind of things, they are not really that good to see or experience or talk more of witnessing because they affect the league. These are the reasons why we feel there is no structure. These are the reasons why nobody will want to pay to watch because just shake hands and leave. Say whatever you want to say eventually outside or maybe somewhere else, not in front of the crowd, not in the stadium, not when the match is just true.
To me, I think it's a healthy. It was a.
Oh yes, it is healthy. It's just he didn't make any point saying he was desperate because definitely being desperate to win is how life should be.
You must be desperate to win.
Exactly.
Any game. All right, we're still talking sports on ABS Sports Plus this beautiful Tuesday morning, and. Next of our stories, Super Eagles interim coach Austin Eguavon have released 24-man list for the Libya double cracker. We are going to be having a qualifier game in the group stage where we'll be playing the Libyan national team. And usual suspects are there: Stanley Wabali, Amaz Obasoje, Madokoko, Francis Uzoho. Defender we have Bright Osai Samuel Olaino. Remember that last game Bright was not there because of injury, and he came back and was an instrument in scoring goals in the Fenerbahce game where in the Europa where he finally got a matching order in the match last week. We have the likes of Bruno Nyemechi, who has been doing well.
Yes, he has actually been doing well.
He's been doing well, and he scored for his club. And we have William Troost Ekon, the team captain, who also scored for Al Kahoud of the team, but they lost the game. But he was able to, score goals. We have Kevin Bassi, Semi Ajayi, Olisanda is also there, but he has injury via Saturday. But let's believe that it's not going to be something that will make him not to be part of the team. The latest coming in there is Kenneth Omero, who has been on and off. Right now, let's see how he's going to go. Then in the midfield, we have Alexi Wobi Ndidi, Frank Rafael Onyedika, Fisayo Dele Basiru of Lazio, and the latest is the latest sensation we have in the Spanish League, Uche Crisantos. We saw his name, and let's believe that he will be part and parcel of the game. When the wingers, we have Samuel Chukwueze, Ademola Lukman, Moses Simon. Moses Simon has not really been given his best, or do you think he still deserves to be called?
One thing about Moses Simon is you might not really hear about him at club level, but every time he turns up for the Super Eagles, he performs. Every single time he has turned up, he always tries to make his name known. So at this point, I'm not even bothered whether they include him or not. Because no matter what happens during the club side, when it comes to the Super Eagles, you hear his name. Okay. I think that is his most shining platform, actually, as a footballer, because you don't get to see him week in, week out. But when you watch him in the Super Eagles, you see him turn up, and that's wonderful to see. At least it shows that he's doing something, he's improving somewhere. Okay.
Then we have the winger aspect. We have Chidera Ejuke of Sevilla.
Oh, yes.
I wonder why this guy has not been in Super Eagles for the past.
I remember when he was called up. He was one of my favorites then to have joined the Super Eagles. I don't know why. Somehow it seems Others
He
are
was
quite
having
favored.
club issues and then
On and off, yes.
Yes,
And he
now-
seems to be more, the other players seem to be more favored, but he's a very good player. So far, if you
and a
watch
great
his game,
dribbler.
he is indeed. So I just wish somehow he has his breakouts with the team. Right now, we need to know what we are doing with the Super Eagles, because let's forget you get all these squads ready. You get there against Libya, and then you see a disappointing result. That's not what we want to see this time around. Because I can't tell you the Super Eagles game will actually thrill me like before, but I think we're getting there with Eguavon and Ilechukwu. So far, I think there's a difference from when...
Maybe by the time we finish playing the Libya match, we'll see how the team looks
But
like.
does it look like we can still even qualify? That's the problem.
Definitely there is hope. Definitely there is hope. And it's going to work.
Okay.
And let's have our fingers crossed that it's still going to happen. All right, finally, Victor Osimhen opens his goal scoring account. And that is one of the sensational things that happened in Turkish League, where Victor Osimhen scored 2 goals against Kasımpaşa of Turkey. And he was able to bring up an assist for his senior colleague in the team there, Mauro Icardi. And the fans love him so much, and he's been so happy that he has opened his goal scoring account there.
Well, yes. As for the goal scoring, it was never in doubt. Never in doubt. The love is massive. You just know that he's going to excel in Galatasaray. These people don't even care that he has not scored. They are just happy he's there. The day he actually signed for Galatasaray, it was like a festival.
Yeah.
Everywhere, the streets were filled with fans that were so happy that Osimhen came. And that's the truth. I think this is what every player needs. A club with fans that love you, regardless. And you turn up for them. Osimhen is not someone that disappoints. He did it for Napoli, even though that relationship has turned sour somehow. But I'm pretty sure he is going to do it with Galatasaray now. Whether he will remain there is a question that only he can answer.
That was beautiful. Scoring 2 goals is not a funny thing and an assist. And that's one thing that has turned the fans more to love him the more. And the way he relates with the fans in Galatasaray, that's a very beautiful one. Away from Victor Osimhen's story, we have a very, do I call it a heartbroken one? But, well, let's just see how it goes. Anthony Griezmann retires from international football at 33. Anthony Griezmann is a France national team player. This guy has won a lot of laurels. He retires French most capped player. A French most capped player with 137 appearances and 44 goals. And that's the 4th most for France. Anthony Griezmann of Atletico Madrid, former player of Barcelona, and now has retired from international football at 33. Is this call for a sober reflection?
Well, I wasn't really surprised because he's done quite a lot. I think I would have said that I'd be surprised if he actually said, okay, I'm leaving on this note. Now, France didn't really have a good run in the Euros. At least he didn't leave then. So it shows that he had hope. But leaving now, I feel this is a personal decision. If you watch, most players now have been retiring because there's too much match schedules. Talking about the new format of the Champions League, this year has been activities back to back to back. These are human beings. Some of them are noticing that their bodies cannot continue. Their mental states cannot continue. So they are the only ones that know what they are going through. Now, also leaving the international football, leaving France, yes, I feel he knows that this is time for the younger ones to take over. Because if you check what they did in the Olympics, they did wonderfully well. Wonderfully well. Olise is there. Where do I even start from? Wonderfully well. So he has done enough. He has won the World Cup. He won the, I'm talking
Euro.
about the Euro Golden Boot 2016. And of course, you've gotten to 2 finals. With France, he has gotten to like 3 major finals, including the Nations League in 2021. So, Antoine Griezmann, like the French would say, félicitations, you have actually done well. And he's a player that I'm glad that I got to watch. Many of us are happy that we got to watch this man actually perform. And we're wishing him all the best. He's still in Atletico. We still get to see him in the Champions League. Let's see what will happen there.
Antonio Griezmann, we wish you well in your retirement, and I'm going to concentrate more on the club side. Okay, the last story we'll have for you this lovely Tuesday morning. FIFA has banned the president of Cameroonian Football Federation, Samuel Eto'o, for 6 months after he breached Article 13 and 14 of the FIFA rule. Eto'o has been a center of disciplinary action. Last June, he was charged with 200,000 euro for breach of discipline as well. Now it's happening very obvious now. The sledgehammer of FIFA has fallen on Samuel Eto'o for the same issue, and he has been banned for 6 good months for all football activities. We're still believing there's still going to be a financial kind of a ban, accompanying the one they have given to him. Samuel Eto'o, always the black book of FIFA. How do we discuss this now?
Well,
knowing fully well that in his tender age, 43, giving him the big, in Africa, when you see the president of every football, he always ought to be a big man or something, somebody who understands administration like they normally do. But when Eto'o came on board, he came as a young guy, vibrant young guy in it. And we're seeing all these controversies surrounding him. What's your take on it?
It's just as clear as day. Simply because you have been an amazing footballer does not mean you're going to be good outside the pitch. It doesn't mean you have a wonderful legacy outside the pitch. And we are seeing that now with Eto'o. Now, I think that was July, $200,000 fine from Confederation of African Football, that's CAF. We saw that
CAF, not
right on him. That was his fine for breaching the ethics and sportsmanship code. And now FIFA is giving him a ban. Now this actually happened during the Women's Under-20 World Cup, Brazil versus Cameroon match. And you are also doing something else that is making them actually talk about you again. To the extent that they have to actually fine you again for 6 months. Now, he cannot attend any female nor male matches concerning Cameroon.
This month,
now, as the president, what exactly do you want to do if not attend every match?
Yes.
Now, I feel this is something he needs to sit down and actually, re-strategize. Talk to yourself. Deal with yourself mentally and otherwise. What is this misconduct that follows you everywhere? You're not supposed to keep having that. Especially the older you get, the wiser you become.
Maybe it's a temperamental.
It doesn't matter what your temper is. You're supposed to know how to handle people outside. There's something called social skills. That is something you should learn, especially as a president. You're not just supposed to be anybody. You're supposed to be somebody that people look up to, not somebody that when they remember, they'll say, oh, he actually does this and that. Because no one is going to keep remembering what you played now. Those years are gone. This is part of the things that keep you on. If you keep having these bad records, people are going to keep dwelling on them because that's what you're doing now. Now, Eto'o, we already know he has been an amazing footballer. He's someone I know that understands football. I feel this is the passion. I feel he's just in the game most of the time. But now it's time to bring it under control. 6 months is a long time. I feel he should use those 6 months either to appeal his sentence and fine and also know how to deal with his emotions.
He has to look for people to help him manage his
he's even had issues with his same management.
Yes.
Yes.
He has had a lot
you don't like the coach, you like this coach.
One,
you don't...
So
these things don't...
He has been in the center of controversy, so he needs to work on this and maybe get the right set of PAs that he can listen to.
Sometimes it's no, it doesn't always have to be a former footballer. You can just, it has to be someone who knows what they're doing, someone who has the emotions and the right check.
Yeah, exactly. Know how to fix it in,
so I wish him all the best. I want him to do better because.
Okay, you're wishing him best in his 6 months.
Well, he can use it. Who knows?
Can use it to go for
therapy.
Go to the mountain and
calm down.
To calm down.
Yes, exactly. Who knows what he can use 6 months? 6 months is a long time. You can do a lot with it.
Yes, for somebody, a seasoned footballer who loves football so much.
Exactly.
It's a very long one. All right, Eto, we pray that things are going to change for you after the 6 months back. Let's see how it goes. All right, today's Champions League features, I want to let the people know that today is going to be having the second match day 2 of the Champions League, where Salzburg of Austria will be playing against Brest. Arsenal will be playing against PSG today. Barcelona will be playing against BSC Young Boys. Bayer Leverkusen will be slugging out with AC Milan today. Borussia Dortmund will be playing against Celtic of Scotland. Inter Milan will be slugging it out against FK Crvena Zvezda. And Slovenia Bratislava will be playing against Man City. I guess we're going to know the outcome of this match. You already know the outcome of this match.
This new format of the Champions League makes you want to watch every game because there's not going to be a return leg. It's just this game and that's it. The return leg is going to be someone else. The points you gather, that's what you take through. So PSG Arsenal, that would be the cracker for the night. I really want to watch that game.
Slovenia Bratislava against Man City is going to be a disaster. So we're looking at it.
The only luck they have is that Rodri has injury. That's the only thing. Well, I don't think it will help them anyway.
It's not going to help them, but let's just see how it goes. Okay, PSV will be slugging out with Sporting Lisbon of Portugal. And these are the features of the matches that will be played today. Champions League matches, match day 2 that will be played today. This is where we'll be drawing the curtain close on ABS Sports Plus this beautiful Tuesday morning. Next week, we'll be coming to bring to you more exciting sports story on ABS Sports Plus. My name is Ekweme Daniel. Anambra, it's nice having you on Tuesday.
Thank you very much.
Sports Plus today.
It's my pleasure to be here.
Bye for now.